He was 10 years old when he got tired of arguing with his mother and decided to shoot her in the head to end her life.
What's your name?
Joey McVeigh.
Joey McVeigh. Okay.
What happened, Joey?
I shot my mom.
Okay. What happened? What transpired to get up to that point?
Her every day just making me so mad.
The phone calls to report the terrible crime were chilling.
What is your emergency? My daughter's been shot in the head. Hey.
However, the hardest part of all would be the boy's confession.
You shot your mom? Yeah. Okay, the little boy shot his mom. I have the little boy here down at my house. His mom's up there. He shot his mom with a .22.
When the police arrived at the home, Joey was still in shock. Just minutes ago, he had ended his mother's life, and all because of an argument about his house chores.
So where did you get the gun from?
Mm-hmm.
Your room?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of gun did you have?
22.
A .22? Rifle, handgun, or what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I know my dad.
Laying back on your bed?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did Mom do to you to go and upset you so bad?
Just every day. All different stuff.
I'm Grandma McVeigh, and Debbie was on the phone talking to me just prior to this. And I don't know, she was sending to DR and saying all this to him. And then I heard so much screaming going on.
The boy was completely out of it, and his sister was the one who suffered the biggest terror of her life.
He was just like standing there, like looking at her body, and then pointed the gun at me. And then I like begged him not to like shoot me, and then he ran down to the neighbors, and then he told them to call 911.
She was the only witness who was able to tell the whole story that tragic and bloody night.
When we got home, he was supposed to bring wood in for the fire, and he didn't, and Mom kept asking him over and over. So he brought like one load in, and Mom asked him to bring more in. But then he started arguing. When he shot her, she just like dropped her around, and she was like sort of sitting like on the couch. She was like leaning up against the arm, and then she just fell. And then he pointed it at me. I told him not to, so I would check on Mom, and I went to put the gun down first, and he put it on the couch. I don't know if the officer put it in on his bed. No, he set it down on the couch unless he moved it, but I'm not sure. I checked Mom, and there was no pulse, and he was yelling and screaming, and all like confused and stuff for what happened.
Did you feel that he was going to shoot you?
Yes, because after he shot Mom, I was scared. When he looked at me, he looked like he was like evil, like the look in his eyes. When he looked at me, I was like scared.
Joey had a very conflicted relationship with Deborah, his mother. They kept arguing about the child's chores, which he felt were too many, but for her, they only seemed to be the ordinary chores of any child. But he'd had enough, and at the police station, they wanted to know what was going on in his head in that terrible moment.
What happened today in particular, why you got so mad?
Like she calls me lazy. I hate when she calls me lazy because I'm the only one that brings firewood in other than when my dad was there. And I do a lot of things, but no, I'm the lazy one.
So you do your chores around the house and...
Yeah, today a piece of wood hit me right in the shoulder, and she's like, okay, well, just go get some wood.
Is that what it started over? You were supposed to carry wood in and didn't?
Yeah, I can't remember.
What brought you to the point where you felt you should go in the bedroom and get the gun?
No.
Did she scream or...
No, nope.
Have you ever been that mad before?
Yeah, a lot.
Joey's testimony implied that he had a very bad relationship with his mother, something the child's father confirmed when interviewed by the police.
Remember when I was out there yesterday and was talking to you? Yeah. And we were talking about discipline with the kids. I know when I asked you about discipline, you said that you always heard her yelling and screaming at the kids. Did you ever see her strike the kids at all?
No, I didn't saw her 6 years ago. She got hurt, Josh. the big Josh. I had to get her off of him that time.
Is that Josh Mike?
Yeah, she had him in the corner and slapped the shit out of him. She had anger issues bad, you know? I mean, this is really hard to say stuff about her that other people are going to think I'm saying to be mean. She was mean to the kids and me, off and on.
So you're saying Debbie was...
We had the two sides to it. Everybody does.
The case generated a great deal of discussion after background information came to light showing that Joey might have some kind of disorder, especially because of 2 episodes where he lost control and reacted violently. That's why at the time of the trial, he was tested to see if he was competent.
A judge will now consider the testimony of psychologists about the competency of an 11-year-old boy suspected of killing his mother at their home in Holmes County. Police say Joseph McVeigh, who was 10 years old at the time, shot and killed his mother in their Prairie Township home back in January. 2 psychologists have determined he's not competent to stand trial or help with his defense.
The courts concluded that Joey wasn't an abused child, but a juvenile delinquent. Nevertheless, he was placed in a program to seek his reinsertion into society, in spite of the terrible crime he committed.